Okay, now that we got the wheel off the vehicle, we're going to be changing this bushing right inside here. You can see that space right in between there. So you have a lot of play inside this here, and that'll give you a lot of banging. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take out that bolt right there, that bolt right there, slide this bracket down, and put a new bushing on. So one way you can do it by hand. Take it out with a ratchet, put a socket on it, and you can take it out like this. Or, actually, let me just stop for 1 second here. Whenever you have a vehicle and the tires are off the vehicle, don't go underneath it to work unless you got a jack stand underneath it as a safety precaution. God forbid the truck falls or the car you're working on falls, you'll be in some serious trouble. So if you don't have a jack stand, take the tire, slide the tire underneath the vehicle, and at least it'll give you some kind of protection. All right, so let me get some tools and we're going to get started on this right now. Okay, you can do it by hand. Obviously I sprayed these up with some penetrating oil to try to save some time so that everything is not rusted. Right? Unscrew the bolts all the way out. Now we're going to reuse these bolts, so don't lose them. We got to use them over again. I'm going to take this one out here too, same thing. Obviously, if you have air, you can use air. I'm just doing this by hand to show you how you can do it without air. And then we'll take this off. We'll take this off. And then we're going to remove this bushing right here. It's split. In the back of the bushing, there's a split. So you see that movement that you have in there? That's the rattling that this car is getting, or truck is getting when they go over bumps. So remember where your groove is, and that's the way you're going to put it back on. And the way you take it off is you just push it. I'm trying to do this one-handed, sorry. All right, then we get the bushing off. And now we're going to get the replacement and we're going to put it back on. Obviously we're doing one side, we're going to go around to the other side, and we're going to do the other side at the same time. So let me grab the new stuff and we'll come right back. Okay, before I put this back together, I just want to show you what the old one looks like and what the new one is supposed to look like. As you can see, the new one, the old one, your finger fits pretty much through it, and the new one doesn't fit in there pretty much at all. So you can see that the hole is considerably smaller on the replacement than it was on the old one, which is why the bar is banging around. So the way we're going to put it back in there is we're going to get underneath the truck itself, and I'll show you how that's going to be done. This is where it's going to be going, right up inside here. And the way you do that is you just take the bushing and you split the bushing, open it up like this, and you put it around the bar. Is we're going to take the socket, and we're going to put this cap back on over this like this. We're just going to catch it up there. We're not going to tighten anything tight yet. We're just going to catch it up there nice and loose so we can get the other side into position also. So screw it up by hand. You just hold the bar up and you can screw the bolts in by hand. No ratchet yet, only by hand. Alright, and once you've got them caught by hand, then we're going to go around to the other side, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Once you have both sides caught, then you can tighten up both sides. And if you have an air gun, obviously you can use an air gun. We'll snug both sides down before we go back and tighten everything up tight. And then we tighten it up fairly tight. And then we just make sure this is tight here. Alright, nice and tight. Remember the previous bushing where I showed you there was all that space underneath there? Well, now you can see how tight it is. There's no movement in the air whatsoever. See how tight this is? There's no movement in here whatsoever. The bar, when you move the bar up and down now, there's no play in this bushing whatsoever. So that'll take care of the rattling or the thumping noise that they're getting whenever they go over bumps. Alright, let me tighten up the other side. And that's it. We're pretty much all set. Alright, thanks for watching, and see you guys on the next one.